Keke Palmer grew up in front of our very eyes, but there's a lot that fans don't know about the talented actress, singer, TV host, and writer. Here's a closer look at the stunning transformation Keke Palmer has gone through over the course of her career in the spotlight. Ever since she was a little girl, Keke Palmer knew she wanted to perform. She first began to think about embarking on a career in the arts at the tender age of 5. While she didn't plan on becoming an actress at that point, she did know that she wanted to be a singer one day. Palmer told NPR that she was inspired by her mother, who sang in a church choir in Chicago, Illinois. Being around the choir growing up helped to affirm in her mind that she wanted to be an entertainer one day. In an interview with Bustle, Palmer revealed that she'd been long drawn to the arts because she enjoyed making other people happy. She said, "All I knew was I liked to sing. I liked to bring joy to people. I liked to put myself out there. And that one little seed of passion of something I found to be enjoyable is what made me all of a sudden realize what I am. I'm an artist." Throughout her career, Keke Palmer kept pursuing her love of performance. She told Bustle that her mother brought her to a local theatre for her first audition as a way to nurture her love for singing. By the time she was 9 years old, she had landed her first film role, a part in 2004's Barbershop 2, Back in Business.
I'm not gonna eat it.
You know what, you sure wait.
Ooh, I hate you. I'ma tell my auntie.
Her parents, 3 sisters, and brother uprooted their lives to move to Hollywood to further Palmer's career. Her mother became her manager, and before long, Palmer's career was off to a better start than her family could have ever hoped for. In an episode of the Dr. Oz show, Palmer's momager said she thought her daughter would maybe film a few commercials to help pay for college. Instead, Palmer became a bona fide star. Palmer told Refinery29 that her parents did her best to give her as normal of a childhood as possible and kept her connected to her community. Speaking bluntly about their approach, she said, "My parents were extremely overprotective because they really didn't want me to become this asshole kid." Growing up on camera wasn't always easy for Keke Palmer. She wrote in her book, I Don't Belong to You, Quiet the Noise and Find Your Voice, that she felt a great sense of loneliness after moving to Hollywood. Contrary to her mother's early expectations that Palmer would be a small-time star, Palmer followed up her role in Barbershop 2 with a string of gigs. Roles over the next couple of years included spots on TV shows like Strong Medicine and Law & Order Special Victims Unit. She also starred in the made-for-TV movies The Woolcap, Knights of the South Bronx, and Keke and Jamal. In 2006, she landed her big break in Akeelah and the Bee as the titular character who makes her way to the National Spelling Bee. The film was a turning point in Palmer's career. She also experienced her first kiss in the movie, which she described as a funny experience. Palmer said that auditioning for Akeelah and the Bee was the first time she was truly nervous because so many girls were auditioning for the role. As she kept getting callbacks though, her confidence in her acting skills only grew.
So on this crosswalk? Nothing. Just talking about some stupid ass spelling bee. You gonna do it? Or you probably be good.
Even though Keke Palmer's acting career took off in a big way, she never forgot her first love, singing. At the age of 14, she recorded her debut album, So Uncool. Palmer wanted to inspire other young people with the album. She named the album So Uncool as a celebration of being different, telling the Associated Press, "Some people may think that you're so uncool, but at the same time, that makes you cool because you're just being yourself." Although Palmer's musical style has evolved as she has gotten older, she doesn't have any regrets about So Uncool. In 2016, she told Interview that she is proud of the album she recorded and likes looking back at it, saying that it still rings true. She said, "The reason why I like that it's out there is it reminds me that the spirit of what I'm doing is still the same. It's just better executed." At 15, Keke Palmer cemented her status as a teen idol when she landed the titular role on Nickelodeon's True Jackson, VP, playing a teenage girl who becomes the vice president of a major fashion company.
You hadn't seen True Jackson, VP? Oh my god, it's awesome. I have all 3 seasons on DVD.
Palmer told OK that she enjoyed starring in something geared more towards her peers, since many of her earlier roles were aimed at more adult audiences. While she said that being on Nickelodeon was a lot of fun, the transition from working primarily in film to starring on a television show was not exactly easy to get used to, but once she did, she could see the appeal. While she had been going out of state and traveling for film projects, the TV gig was much more stable. She said in an interview with BET, "It was weird, but at the same time, it was something I really liked because I was stable. I knew when I was going to be home and I had structure. With movies, sometimes you're out of state for whatever time and always away from home. So this is cool. I like the stability. By the time she turned 20, Keke Palmer had clearly become a force to be reckoned with. The entertainer didn't just have a thriving acting and music career well underway by that point, she also made history when she landed her own talk show, Just Keke, on BET. Her new gig made her the youngest television talk show host in history. While Just Keke lasted for just one season, it wasn't the end of Palmer's hosting career. In 2019, she became a co-host on the third hour of Good Morning America, which was later retitled GMA3, Strahan, Sarah and Keke. The debut of the music video for Keke Palmer's single I Don't Belong to You surprised fans when it was released in 2016. The video, which features Palmer in her underwear, didn't just show that she was very much grown up, but it also fueled speculation that she didn't identify as straight. While the video was a coming out of sorts, Palmer refused to put a label on her sexuality. She revealed to People after the video dropped, the video was to represent the young woman today. It's not the traditional woman anymore, and not the specifics of am I gay? Am I straight? Am I bi? I'm making the rules for myself, and I don't have to be stuck down to one label. A few years later, Palmer spoke to Pride Source about being sexually fluid, saying she dates whoever she wants. She added that her family, especially her mom, is very supportive of her sexuality. Keke Palmer started her career at such a young age, but even as she grew older, there were a lot of people who couldn't shake the image of the star as a little girl. While many former child stars go through a rebellious phase, or worse, wind up off the deep end, Palmer shed her child star image simply by taking on more mature roles. Some of her fans may have been surprised to see her go from starring on a family-friendly show like True Jackson VP to taking on grittier roles like 2019's Hustlers. To Palmer, though, it's all part of growing up.
I'm Jennifer Lopez.
And I'm Keke.
And we're the Hustlers.
Palmer told Black Film that while roles for child actors are usually very light, transitioning to adult stardom opens up a whole new world of possibilities for the types of roles an actor can take on. She said, "First of all, you mature, and there are other things that interest you. And then there's more out there for you. It's a bigger audience when you're an adult." If Keke Palmer has learned one thing from growing up in the public eye, it's the importance of maintaining her privacy. While curious fans may be interested in her love life, Palmer doesn't give the rumor mill very much to go on. Even in 2019, when former Bachelorette contestant Mike Johnson asked her out on Strahan, Sarah and Keke, Palmer evaded his question. Although she later explained that she would be turning him down, Palmer didn't reveal much else about that aspect of her life. The actress told Cosmopolitan that her dating life, quote, doesn't have anything to do with what I'm trying to be about. Instead, Palmer wants people to focus on her art. Anything else is a distraction. She said, "If someone wants to create buzz about who they're surrounded with, that has nothing to do with what I create. It just undercuts the focus on the work that I put out." The life of a child star is difficult, even for someone as grounded as Keke Palmer. While Palmer grappled with depression and anxiety since childhood, it wasn't until she was 17 that she found a word to explain what she had been experiencing. In an appearance on The Breakfast Club, she said that it was actually a voicemail from Will Smith that helped her realize that many people deal with anxiety and that she wasn't alone.
Whoa, so that let me know, one, you know what? Everybody go through stuff.
Absolutely.
Everybody go through stuff. So guess what? It's all right. You're normal.
Palmer eventually learned that there were even more people in her life who could relate. In her book, I Don't Belong to You, Palmer revealed that her mother and grandmother also grappled with anxiety. Palmer has come a long way since her early days in Hollywood and has found healing over the years through therapy and self-care. She revealed to Cosmopolitan in 2017, "Being able to say how I feel, that was something that was so hard for me for so long." In 2018, Keke Palmer announced her own record label, Big Boss Entertainment. The label was a big step in Palmer's journey of empowerment. She created it because she was tired of seeing artists exploited by the music industry. She revealed to Forbes, "I experienced that a lot from the time I was 12 to the time I was 23. Palmer was 24 at the time of the interview and said that over the course of her career, she had been with 3 record companies and that not one of them did anything to nurture her talent or help her develop as an artist. artist. Instead of fighting with labels, Palmer decided to take matters into her own hands. The singer told Billboard that the label isn't just for herself, but for other artists. She said, "I want to empower my peers so they also feel they're not a part of the old way of doing things and be a part of the big bosses." Unlike other child actors who completely left Hollywood behind, Keke Palmer continues to find success in the industry. There are big things in store for her, although what form those things will take is anyone's guess. Not even Palmer is sure what her future will look like, but she knows she wants to continue in the world of entertainment. One possible career path for Palmer is directing. She revealed to Interview, "I would love to direct videos, and that's what it keeps moving towards, but I have to stop being scared in order to do that." One thing is certain though, Palmer will keep exploring her passions no matter where they lead her. She divulged to Teen Vogue, "I don't know exactly what my career is going to look like in the next phase, but I'm expecting to surprise myself." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.